In 1994, I founded Judicial Watch on July 29th. There was a reason for that. I had seen that federal judges in particular, and state judges, had become very politicized. They didn't make decisions on the basis of the merits. They made decisions on the basis of who you are, and that offended me. Well, in 2026, and we're almost at 2026, things have gotten much, much worse. And today it was confirmed. A federal judge out of South Carolina named McGowan Currie, Cameron McGowan Currie, dismissed the indictments against James Comey and Letitia James. James Comey, former corrupt director of the FBI, and Letitia James, the Attorney General in New York. This is typical. This was a Clinton appointee, no accident of that. They claimed that the U.S. attorney that had been appointed on an interim basis, Lindsey Halligan, was not valid in terms of the way she was appointed. Well, fellow patriots, fellow people who believe in the vision and creation of our founding fathers, people who believe in the rule of law, forget about our legal system. It's corrupt top to bottom, and the worst are the judges. It was Thomas Jefferson who said about federal judges, he was against them. He said, unelected, unaccountable for the people, they would become despots and tyrants, causing us to shed the blood of patriots and tyrants yet again every 20 years or so. He added, what's a few thousand dead to refresh the tree of liberty? It's the natural manure of government. He didn't want to see anybody harmed. He didn't want to see anybody dead. He was making a point. And today, what we've got on the federal bench in particular are a bunch of political hacks in judicial robes. And this judge is an example of that. But let's do fast forward here. In 1992, the late Justice Scalia, writing for the majority in a case United States versus Williams, found that the grand jury belonged to the American people, not the three branches of government. Freedom Watch has used that citizens' grand jury in the past. We had indicted, and I was the citizens prosecutor, and we had a citizens judge. We indicted James Biden. We indicted Hunter Biden. And yes, we indicted the big guy, Joe Biden, for bribery from communist China, Ukraine, and Russia, and also for negligent homicide with what Joe Biden did in Afghanistan, resulting in the death of 13 GIs, as well as abandoning many Americans that live there and still live there, as well as Afghan allies. We indicted, and we also tried Fauci, Dr. Fauci. I call him Dr. Mengele in many ways, for negligent homicide. The Bidens got 20 years. Fauci got life imprisonment. We also indicted Robert Mueller for the Russian witch hunt. Well, it's time to unveil and call out of mothballs, because we haven't done one in quite a while, the citizens' grand jury. We will be seeking the indictment of James Comey and Letitia James. And of course, we remember what James Comey did. He's the one who triggered the Russian collusion investigation, and Letitia James, the bogus criminal prosecutions of Donald Trump. We, the American people, will seek justice. As it says in our Declaration of Independence, when in the course of human events the sovereign no longer represents the people have a right to abolish that government and to form a new government by and for the people under the laws of nature and nature's God. We are not bound by man-made law, and this law was not properly enforced or upheld by this hack political Clinton appointee judge in South Carolina. We will commission a citizens grand jury. If you want to serve on it, go to freedomwatchusa.org. If you qualify, if you can be nonpartisan and rule in the facts as I give you the law, as the citizen prosecutor and the citizens judge will do, then you can sit on that grand jury as long as you haven't been convicted of a felony, and even if you had, if there were extenuating circumstances, given the state of the judiciary and our court system today, we'll consider that as well. We will seek the indictment of Comey and James. We will obtain that indictment. I'm confident that we will. We just need to show probable cause. I'm confident we will go to trial. We'll offer them the right to appear and to plead. They can plead not guilty. We'll offer them the right to choose a jury trial, in which case we'll have petit juries selected as well. We will try them on the facts and on the evidence, and we will try them in any location that's convenient for them. Let them come to the American people and explain what they did and to defend themselves. And I'm confident that we'll get a conviction. And when we get a conviction, we'll seek a very heavy sentence. So I want you to go to freedomwatchusa.org. Regrettably, we are the only recourse out there. The current legal system is corrupt top to bottom. And I'm not just talking about federal, state as well. And this is what we're dealing with today. Not all federal judges are bad. Not all state judges are bad. Some of them are honest. But the way we choose federal judges, based on political patronage, based upon political campaign contributions that are made through lobbyists. Lobbyists make money on this. They also sell pardons, by the way. There was a matter just in the press just in the last few days. This is the way it works. Money talks and nobody walks. This is our corrupt American system of justice. I am a proud American. I believe in the justice system. I believe the judges are our most important public servants if they do their job and if they're honest. But they frequently do not do their job, and they frequently put politics ahead of the American people. So it's not just the citizens' grand jury with regard to Comey and Letitia James, but also these judges need to be held accountable. They need to be tried, convicted, frankly, and thrown in the slammer too, for a good period of time until they sober up. And in the federal system, when a judge commits an unethical act and you file a complaint with the Judicial Council in a circuit, where do the complaints go? They go to other judges in the same courthouse. In my many years of practice, there's not been one time, and I've filed several complaints, that a federal judge has been held to account. It's whitewashed. It's a joke. It's a bad joke. And without a legal system, as Margaret Thatcher used to say, one of the great world leaders of the 20th century, the American legal system, patterned after the British legal system in many respects, you cannot have a free society. Entities and people won't invest in your country. They won't feel that they'll get justice if they need some type of intervention, judicial intervention. And when the legal system collapses, so too does the entire nation. And that's what happened historically in many countries throughout the world. We're on the cusp of having that happen in the United States. So I want you to go to freedomwatchusa.org, contribute with tax-deductible contributions. Yours truly and Freedom Watch are the only ones with guts to do this. And when we get convictions, we have the right, even for citizens' arrests. It exists in 48 states, and we'll have convictions. You have a right for a citizen's arrest, even if there is no indictment and conviction. If you know that someone's committed a felony, and these people have committed a felony, Comey and James, we will not be physical. We're peaceful and legal. We'll seek established law enforcement. And clearly there are those out there that at this point will do it, that will arrest these individuals and bring them to justice. We believe in nonviolence. We believe in peaceful and legal means. But there comes a point in time when the American people must rise up, when they must enforce their own legal system under the laws of nature and nature's God. We have no choice. You can see what happens to President Trump, these judges. One of them just ruled against him the other day. It's unbelievable. He didn't even know who he was appointing. Names were given to him by the Federalist Society or the American Conservative Union, who made money on these transactions. And he stamped it, approved, went through confirmation process. The rhinos in the Senate and the leftists let them get through. Without an honest and open and just legal system with judges who are there for the right reasons, not to feather the nests of those that put them there, this country will go down the drain, and it already is in the process of doing it. So please go to freedomwatchusa.org. Get my book, my latest book. I've written several. It Takes a Counter-Revolution, Wake Up America. I go through 20 judges that I've experienced, among many of the corrupt judges on the federal bench in particular, that are destroying this country. And take the words of Jefferson seriously. Unelected, unaccountable to the people, they would become despots and tyrants. We must peacefully and legally address this now, and we must hold Comey and Letitia James accountable for the crimes that they have committed. God bless you. God bless your family. God save America. Go to freedomwatchusa.org, join our Justice League, sign up for our citizens' grand juries and petit juries, and contribute with tax-deductible contributions, particularly before the end of the year, as you will get a tax deduction. God bless you. As I said, I'll be back tomorrow with another special podcast. Until then, thank you for listening to me.